The purpose of your life may be hidden in your greatest trauma. Have you ever felt that there is a secret hidden right in the core of your greatest pain? A kind of master key, guarded by 7 keys, that could open doors to a life with more meaning, more passion, more purpose? What if I told you that the wound you carry, the one that marks you deeply and maybe you spend your whole life trying to hide, is not the end of the line? What if it was actually the starting point for your greatest purpose in life? I know what you're thinking. How so? My pain, my trauma, can have a purpose. It's counterintuitive, I know. But stop and feel for an instant. You carry something heavy in there, don't you? A memory, an invisible scar, an echo of something that happened and that somehow changed you forever. It may be abandonment, rejection, a devastating loss, the feeling of not being good enough, an injustice that seems to have stolen a piece of your soul. This trauma is not just a past event. It has taken root, shaped your beliefs, your reactions, your deepest fears. It may have led you to build gigantic walls around your heart, to doubt your own ability to be happy, to trust, to love again. How many times did you catch yourself reproducing patterns that hurt you, but that seem familiar? How many times has insecurity prevented you from taking a step forward, to risk, to live fully? Do you feel alone in this battle, as if this pain was such a particular experience that no one else could really understand? It is a heavy burden, I know. But what if I invited you to turn this lens? And if that shadow, which seems to consume you, was not just darkness, but an invitation? An invitation to explore a territory that, although painful, holds priceless treasures? What would happen if you stopped running away from your trauma, to push the pain under the carpet, and, with an immense courage, decided to face this wound head-on? I know, the idea of revisiting pain can be terrifying. It may seem like you're going to disintegrate. But the true cure is often not to erase the past, but to re-signify it, to give it a new meaning. What if his deepest wound was not a curse, but a portal? A portal that gives you access to a wisdom, an empathy, a depth of soul that very few people can reach. The trauma, however cruel it was, forced you to develop an inner strength that you didn't even know you had. He taught you about resilience in a way that no book or lecture could. He gave you a visceral understanding of life, human pain, the importance of connection, the ability to overcome. Think of the stories of people who inspire you. Those that seem to have a light of their own, an unshakable purpose. Many of them carry deep scars, life stories that have transformed them. The genuine empathy they show, the passion with which they dedicate themselves to greater causes, the ability to rise after falls that would seem definitive. All this, often, was born from a place of pain that has been transformed into power. Your vulnerability, what you hide, may be exactly your greatest strength. What you went through, however hard it was, has given you a unique perspective, a different look at the world. You have developed a sensitivity, an ability to see the invisible, to understand the inaudible. And it is these characteristics, this signature of your soul, that can become the basis of your life purpose. It is through your journey, your truth, that you can touch other lives, inspire, guide. Your purpose is not something you find outside, it's something you reveal inside, often in the most unexpected place, in your own story of pain. So, how to begin to unravel this map? How to turn this pain into something that drives you? The first step is kindness to yourself. Accept that it is a process, that there is no finish line. Begin to observe, without judgment, how the trauma still manifests itself in your life. What are the patterns you repeat? What are the automatic reactions it triggers? Not to blame yourself, but to understand, to welcome, and most importantly, to recognize the incredible forces you had to mobilize to survive. What skills did you develop? What is your ability to adapt? To reinvent yourself? You do not have to make this journey alone. Seeking professional support, be it in therapies, mentors, communities of people who share experiences, can be the catalyst you need to start deconstructing what limits you and building what frees you. Allow yourself to explore this deep connection between your pain, your resilience, and your ability to impact the world. It is not an easy path, but each step is a reunion with its essence, with its deepest truth. Imagine living with a lightness you may never have felt before. Imagine turning your life story into a source of inspiration, not shame. When you allow yourself to look at your trauma with other eyes, when you embrace it as an intrinsic part of your journey, not as a mistake to be hidden away, something truly magical happens. You free yourself to be who you really are, without masks, without the burden of pleasing other people's expectations. Your authenticity blossoms, and with it, a self-esteem that does not depend on external validation. Your energy changes. The way you look in the mirror changes. You begin to understand that your imperfections or scars are, in fact, the tapestry of your uniqueness, of your unique history. And it is from this singularity that emerges a strong purpose, an unshakable legacy, because it was born of its own overcoming, of its own ability to turn lead into gold. It is not only physical, it is emotional, it is spiritual. It is an inner revolution that reflects in all areas of your life. Why wait for the point of no return? Why let the weight of the past paralyze you for longer? Many people only seek help when the pain becomes unbearable, when the crisis is already installed, when suffering affects all their relationships and their ability to live. But what if you could act now, in a simple, natural, preventive way, starting to unravel what your trauma has to teach you about yourself and about your place in the world? Do not delay this journey of self-discovery. Don't wait for life to push you into it. Taking that step today, connecting with that part of you, is the greatest act of self-love you can perform. It is an invaluable investment in your emotional health, peace of mind, true strength and purpose. Remember, you haven't failed. Maybe you were just on the wrong path. Now is the time to find your way. If something we talked about here today resonated deeply with you, if the idea that your purpose may be hidden in your greatest trauma somehow provoked you, I make a final invitation. What was the phrase or word most significant to you in this video? The one who lit a light that made you think differently? Share here in the comments. Let's build this conversation together. Your smile, your health and your confidence are grateful when you allow yourself this journey of transformation. Your purpose, your life, is waiting for you. Start today.